Nolagent here at Crazy Hot Pot. Let's go check it out.
Welcome to Nolagent. Let the good times roll. In this episode of our restaurant review videos, join me as we sample New Orleans Chinese food at Crazy Hot Pot for an interesting meal time for this Chinese hot pot restaurant review vlog. Crazy Hot Pot is located in the New Orleans suburb of Metairie at 3322 North Turnbull Drive, which is about 9 miles and 18 minutes away from the New Orleans French Quarter. This new restaurant's been getting a lot of rave reviews from a whole lot of people that love it, and a whole lot of mediocre reviews from people that haven't loved it so much. So it seems that the reviews are pretty extreme. People either love it or like, yeah, meh. So this is my first visit, and I can say so far it's really interesting outside. So let's head on inside and see what it looks like in here. Well, they have made it pretty darn interesting on the inside as well. So there's plenty of highly interesting things everywhere I look in here. Not sure what these creatures are supposed to be doing. Maybe they're trying to get some kid entertainment going. And then there's a dining room over here. And then we have robot waiters as well. That's another big selling point. So let's take a look at this menu. So our first task is to pick a broth out. So we have a choice of spicy butter, mushroom broth, bone broth, Cajun broth, beef broth, tom yum broth, and tomato broth. Then my human waiter also wanted to know which appetizers I would like to order, so I have a selection of rock shrimp, crispy chicken, fried dumplings, fried chicken wings, voodoo roll, spicy tofu, fried steamed bun, sesame ball, edamame, fried cheese sticks, scallion pancakes, pumpkin cake, kimchi, fried squid, spring roll, egg roll, fried dough sticks, spicy tofu, crab ragoon, fries, spicy wind claw, chargrilled oyster, and rice. Then we have a menu page that gives suggested cooking times for the various items that you can add into your hot pot here. So here's the magic of the burner where all the boiling of the pot happens, and then I ordered the tom yum broth, which here's my pot ready to boil, and here comes the robot waiter with my appetizer.
I'm to the very button now.
Yeah, I think you're okay.
The dishes on the first tray. After you take the dishes, please click on the screen to confirm. Enjoy your meal. I'm done to complete a new task.
So I got some spring rolls, some shrimp, and some kimchi here. And that waiter is more of a delivery, as you can only do an order with a human server and then the robot delivers it to you. Alright, now we're going to go get the ingredients for our hot pot. So we have a selection of all kinds of vegetables and fruits here. We've got various types of noodles right here. And of course, a whole selection of all kinds of seafood. And don't worry, there's plenty more ingredients that are going to continue. There is a mind-boggling array of all sorts of things. We've got a lot of different ingredients of various types, some more or less appetizing, depending on your preferences. And you certainly get a nice selection of greens here and some other types of vegetables. And of course, a further selection of a lot of nice looking items. And here is where all the meat is. The meat is actually frozen, so you've got to do a little thawing of it. They also had crawfish that you just peel and eat, or if you wanted to, you can throw that in your hot pot as well. Then we have more spices, and they also have a whole selection of all these different spices and sauces that you can mix together to create your own special flavoring ingredients. And they have a recipe menu right here where you can make all manner of different things, or you can just randomly throw it together like I did to make your own unique version of spice sauce or whatever else you want to put in there. They even have a little ice cream here if you're in the mood for dessert, but we're not even close to that. Here's my hot pot after it's been bubbling for a while with all the ingredients in there. So look at this super hot boiling pot of soup with all the things I've added to it. So we're gonna have quite a little feast here, and it will be my first hot pot experience. I've actually never been to a hot pot restaurant like this before, so we'll see what I think of all of these things in here. Well, we're gonna let it cook longer, while first we're gonna dig into these appetizers. So here goes one of these shrimp. And I gotta say, it tastes just like a lot of the shrimp I've had on other Chinese buffets right there. Here we go with another one of these shrimp. Let's see, is it gonna be any different than the first one? Ooh, and nope, tastes exactly like the other one. So those were pretty much your standard buffet shrimp. Now these are the spring rolls. And yes, these as well taste exactly like many that I've had on other Chinese buffets. So these seem to be kind of the standard issue things. Now, kimchi, here we go. Let's see how this is. Ooh, yeah. So this is actually pretty good kimchi, but kimchi is generally pretty good. I don't think I've ever had a kimchi I didn't like. I'm always a big fan of kimchi. This one's got a nice spice kick to it, so I am enjoying eating this kimchi here. So all the appetizers there, pretty darn good. Now, after we totally destroyed those appetizers, it's time to dig into the hot pot here. Apparently, to my taste, I think I've done everything possible to make sure the flavor is the way I like it at least. So, can't be sure though. I feel like I'm cooking at home almost, having to do a lot of the work, putting everything together exactly the way that I would do it, and the ingredients are just a little more prepped ahead of time. I would say it seems the hardest thing to do is to get the noodles out of the hot pot and into my bowl. I seem to be failing at that. Maybe I'm supposed to use chopsticks to make that process better. Using my fork, maybe not the best tool. I probably should have switched to chopsticks, but oh well. So, got a lot of mushrooms in here. I did a lot of greens. Did the noodles. I've got some quail eggs in here. I got a little bit of shrimp and some lamb and some beef in here. And I think I've created a pretty flavorful combination of items. However, until we take the first taste, we're not going to know for certain. So I think it's a pretty decent, healthy mix of things, if nothing else. Now, what this is going to taste like is anybody's guess. So here we go with a nice mushroom. I did several types of mushroom. So I just don't know what this is going to taste like here. So, bam, it tastes just like a mushroom at least. So that I would call a success. If it tasted like something else other than a mushroom, I might be a little scared. But it tastes exactly like a mushroom. Now we have a nice big bite. There's some beef in here. And here we go, a little noodle and meat. Ooh, the stuff is piping hot though. Okay, good flavor there. So pretty good piece of meat there. So some enjoyable combinations of beef and lamb that I threw in here. And here is a nice bow tie of seaweed. Oh yes, that's got a nice little flavor to it as well. So that's all making some nice contrasting textures and flavors with everything in this soup. We've got a quail egg right here, so that should also give us another little distinctive element to this. And here we go, and it tastes just like a chicken egg, honestly. All eggs tend to taste just like every other egg in my experience. If you've ever had an egg that tasted different after you cooked it to another egg, comment below, let me know. Here we go with another big mushroom, and every bite is pretty decently spicy. I would say it's not overwhelming, it's just a pleasant spice level. And the base little soup liquid of that tom yum seems to be carrying everything pretty well. The noodles are perfectly cooked as well, and all the other ingredients seem to be just about the way I would say they need to be. Here's another quail egg. All right, ooh, so it is an interesting combination of things I've never had in one soup before. So this to me is very unique in my soup experience, combination-wise. I mean, so far, everything is okay as an experience. I feel like I certainly had to do a lot of work to put all this together and cook it myself, though. So it's kind of entertaining to a point to have all these different ingredients to create a mishmash like nothing I've had before. Now we finally got a nice little shrimp right here. Ooh, yes. So that's always a nice little flavor there. And here we go with some lamb and shrimp combo. Ooh, yeah. Alright, we're getting all the way down, further and further, and I've had a whole lot of this hot pot, and now just like I've totally destroyed all of this hot pot, go ahead and destroy that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, comment below and let me know what you thought about this hot pot, and while you're down there, go ahead and check out the link to my Patreon account as I do it for tips, and I appreciate any help with that. So the bill arrived, and the total before tip was $34.86. So thanks so much to everybody at Crazy Hot Pot for a very unique experience and my first hot pot experience. And thanks so much to all of you out there for tuning into the NOLA Gent channel, especially to my Patreons. I would say that this was a very interesting experience. I probably wouldn't do it very often. I find the Korean barbecue to be a little more to my liking, as it's a lot more meat consumption and not as much liquid soup consumption that you've got to get through. You do have a limited time also to enjoy your hot pot here. So overall, some people love it, some people are kind of mediocre on it. I think I'm a little more in the mediocre place. I didn't really find it, super amazing in any way. The robot waiter was kind of okay, but very underwhelming ultimately, as it was just a delivery service. But plenty of people love it, and you should check it out at least once to see if you like it. And go ahead and make sure that you share this video with any of your friends or contacts who would enjoy it, as it really would help me with that YouTube algorithm. Then tune in next time for more good food, good times, and good people.
NOLA Gent here, and thanks so much for watching. And just go ahead and destroy this video right here to keep up with the fun.